I'm Krishna Srinivasan, a fine art photographer, a long distance skater, coming to meet you guys with another video. Okay. So I actually made this video before, and the narrative got diluted because of the perpetuators activities through my Wi-Fi like 3 months ago or 4 months ago. I had a different internet service provider. Right now, I have a different internet service provider, so I think this is made possible because of that. Okay, so I'm making this video again, and I, I had my narrative a little bit diluted back then because like I was not sure about where to go, how to tell the story, and all that. Okay, today I have an idea, but I'm not prepared for it. This is totally an impromptu video. Stay with me. Okay, so throughout our computer using possibilities, we've been looking forward to use keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so that's the key idea behind everything. Okay, so we always wanted to use keyboard shortcuts so that like we would be fast in using applications. Okay, or be able to use things to our convenience without much hassle or trouble. Okay, my computer is blasting at 91 degrees. I don't know why. Okay, so to make our life easier. Okay, so if I always go to some application and use my mouse to open things, close things, or like go to multiple options that I needed, it's going to take time. It's not like it's not going to happen. It's going to definitely happen. So if you want to choose or maximize this window or minimize this window, to a size that is needed, if I have to minimize this to my dock, I have to bring it back, I can do all these things with a mouse, click of a button on my mouse. Okay, left click or right click and all that. It's very easy. So that's how I've been doing things. Let me show you one thing. So you see and recognize my hue on tablet, right? So let me center this. So this is my hue on tablet, and I have got shortkeys here. Okay. So if I press a short key, whatever designated app or shortcut, keyboard shortcut that I have assigned to these buttons, that will be activated. Okay, so let me readjust myself with this webcam. You see me better? Okay. So it was not that clear, but you got the idea, right? So let me open the drivers here. I'll go to a smaller size here. I'll stay on the top. So all these things could be automated. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is the driver software for my Huion tablet. So I have dedicated shortcut keys assigned to each button. So if I press this first button, I'll open Affinity app. If I press the second button, I'll open Final Cut Pro. I haven't assigned shortcuts for that. Okay. So to assign shortcuts, I press this, run a program. I go choose whatever program I want to use. So in this case, I'll choose DaVinci Resolve. Okay. And I'll just say open and click outside. So if I go here, it'll show like I've chosen DaVinci Resolve to be opened when I press this third button. Okay. So these are shortcuts. These are shortcuts outside the program. Okay. So if I go here and choose a program, okay, say Streamlabs. Okay. And I could have shortcuts within that program for things to happen faster. Okay, so let's go and this is about automation. This is about making your work easier. This is about making your work faster. Okay, so that's the idea here. So I haven't configured a button to open Streamlabs. If I have to do it, I could do it. So all I have to do is like just go to all programs and click run a program, browse, and stay with me. This is going to be like a video podcast style. It's going to be a long format video. Okay. So this is done. So if I press that button, okay, fourth button in my Huion tablet, imagine I'm pressing it, it'll open the application. Let me open the application here. So you can see the Streamlabs is jumping, meaning like I've pressed that button. The application is being opened here for us. Okay. Let's wait for the application to show up. My computer is doing a lot of things right now. It's recording a screen recording video. It's showing my webcam feed. Okay. And it's taking a wireless input from my microphone. And then we have Streamlabs here. Hey all, I'm back here. Okay. So very unfortunate that my screen recording got frozen. It's only because like my computer couldn't handle so much load. Okay. So what I was trying to say here is we can automate in many ways. Okay. We can automate through an external device like this, which is Huion tablet, pen tablet. Okay. It's not a display tablet, it's just a pen tablet. Okay. This pen tablet seems to have 10 buttons, and I could assign operations for that 10 buttons and make things happen. Okay. For example, if I have to start streaming, I have assigned a shortcut key and I'm going to press that button in my Huion tablet. Okay. So you can see that this is happening here, right? So now this should actually naturally shift to the program that I have actually opened, but it did not happen this time. So when I choose that particular application, it will load all the shortcuts that I have configured for this button for that particular application. Okay. So first button is command 1, second button is command 2, third button is shift 1, fourth button is shift 2, fifth button is shift 3. Okay. So these shortcut keys do something in this screen. Okay. For this application, Streamlabs. Okay. So if I press the first button, it should start streaming. So you can see it's starting to stream here. Okay. If I press the second button, it should end the stream. So the stream is ended here. Okay. So now if I press the third button, I should change the scene. If I press the fourth button, it should change the scene. So the scene changed from scene 1 to scene 2. If I press the fifth button, it will change from scene 2 to scene 3. You can see I'm not moving with my mouse. So you can see that. If I press the sixth button, it moves from scene 3 to scene 4. And if I press the third button, it goes back to scene 1. So these are shortcuts that could be assigned to an external device to perform on your computer so that it is automated and it could work or do something in your software. And you can do that in a very fast form. Okay, you don't have to need to look into your keyboard for pressing command and 1 or the keyboard shortcut which appear, okay, or shift and 3 for the shortcut that appeared right now. I don't have to look at my keyboard, rather I would just use the Huion tablet. Okay, this is one way of automating it. Right now I have the tablet, I have the use for tablet because I'm a photographer, I'm an artist. I sometimes draw and sketch. I used to sketch back in my days, like 15, 18 years back. After that, I stopped sketching. I don't know why. Okay. So again, I have started sketching, but I'm not doing it much because like my computer is late 2014 Mac Mini and it's a little bit old and it cannot handle too much stress. The brush strokes are not proper. If I give a straight line, it appears like a slanted line. So it's not accurate, and it's not appearing on the screen, in the speed that I'm drawing. So I'm not drawing right now. So I happen to have this pen tablet, so I'm using it. So for the people who don't have a pen tablet, what do? Okay, let's look at that. Let's close Streamlabs right now. I'll save this video and come back quickly. So for people who are not using a pen tablet, okay, people normally look for something called, excuse me, a hair stuck into my mouth. Stream Deck. Okay, it's from the company called Elgato. Let me show you the QR code. Okay, this Stream Deck is a small device with buttons in it, just as Huion pen tablet. Okay, so if I show you the drivers, okay, you can see and understand. So there are 10 buttons in Huion pen tablet. Okay, so Stream Deck is going to have Stream Deck website is a little bit heavy for my computer. Let me close this and open Stream Deck for you. Stream Deck. Let's watch the images, so that it doesn't flicker often. So Stream Deck has various devices with different number of button counts for applying shortcuts to work on your computer faster or like slower, or it's intended for fast work. Okay, so that you could automate things in your computer. Okay, so for each button you could assign to open an application. So here we have YouTube, you have OBS Studio, you have Spotify. I've stopped subscribing to Spotify because not subscribing, using Spotify. I was only a free user. I learned like Spotify is a big investor in one of the weapons company. So a weapons company could actually be a more mass destruction for the causes of the war right now happening everywhere in the world. So I stopped using Spotify. I don't know which other companies are involved in my things that I use in my day-to-day life. Unfortunately, we as a consumer, we cannot avoid certain companies from our life. So they are involved. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I will try to avoid or reduce the damage that we can do ourselves in a very soft manner. That's what I'm trying to do. We have Discord over here. We have Twitch. Many softwares are being assigned to these buttons, and if you press that button, like in the Huion pen tablet, if you're going to press that button, it'll open that software from the Stream Deck. Okay, that is the intention for this. So this Stream Deck is available with various buttons. You can see here, this one has 15 keys, and this one has like almost 36 keys. Okay, and this is the newest one. So this one has some about 8 keys and soft touch and roller buttons. So these are helpful for automating. This is the 2026 version of Stream Deck. It has multiple keys, touch functions, and knobs, rotating knobs which also acts like buttons. So these are here to speed up your work. Okay, so these many buttons, you need to remember them actually. For third column, third button does this thing. Fifth column, second button does this thing. Sixth column, first button does this thing. You need to remember that. You can always have an icon showing up there, unlike Huion pen tablet's driver, wherein like I do not know which application is right now it's working unless I open the driver. I do not know what shortcut keys are assigned to which button. I don't have the physical representation of what I'm pressing. Okay, that's the difference between Streamlabs, Stream Deck, and my pen tablet driver. I don't have the visual representation of what I'm pressing. There are buttons there. Okay, so I have to assume if I am in Streamlabs or if I'm working with Affinity Photo or if I'm working with DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro, it'll I assume that Hue on Pen tablet would load the shortcuts that is needed for that, and I could have only 10, and I could use those 10 to speed up my work. Okay. But unlike my Hue and Pen tablet drivers, Streamlabs gives you the icons, so you have the visual representation of what that button does to you. Okay, so these are wonderful applications of this particular device to make your work easier. Okay, it also has a Neo smaller version. Okay, so this smaller version is like going to help you speed up things for you. Okay, so they actually had the Neo version first, unlike Apple. So it's been there for a few years now. So Stream Deck Neo series of devices are quite famous. Okay, Stream Deck is there, mic is there, and many other products. Webcam is there from Elgato. So in the product name of Neo. Okay, so they were the ones to bring Neo first. So we have all these things for easing your job, um, in a fast basis of this world's requirement. So you need to be fast, you need to work fast, you need to be efficient, use your time. Time is money. So and all that. So these devices are telling us one thing. What these devices are telling us is like, if I use keyboard shortcuts, okay, so I could use Command and EM. If when I'm on Safari, Command and EM for minimizing it, I could maximize it. So that is a keyboard shortcut. I have the regular physical keyboard. Okay, and I use the keys in the physical keyboard to perform certain tasks to make things faster, rather instead of moving my mouse to the minimizing button to minimize my window and using my mouse button to maximizing it. Okay, so we use shortcuts to speed up things. That's what I'm trying to say. But we have to do multiple key presses in case of the keyboard that we are using. But when we are using a Hue on Pen tablet, okay, so when we are using a Hue on Pen tablet, you could see like I could press two buttons at the same time. Okay, I could press only one button on my Hue on Pen tablet, but I'm actually pressing two keys on my keyboard. It's like I'm pressing two keys on my keyboard. I could have three keys. I could have four keys in this and have an action to be performed for me. Okay, but I'm actually pressing only one button, which is performing like I'm pressing four keys on my physical keyboard. Okay, so you understand, right, what I'm trying to say? So these are here to ease your job. Same thing happens inside Stream Deck. So when you press one of these button, say this one is saying home or this one is saying Google, instead of saying like open that application with Command N or Command O, Command G, whatever shortcut that you have assigned on a keyboard, okay, you're pressing only one button and it performs many actions for you. So it's faster. Okay, so it's like actions inside Photoshop when you're trying to automate macros inside your Affinity photo or Affinity like Canva these days. Okay, so you're trying to automate things like writing expressions with Lua in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, you're trying to automate things. Okay, so I've taken longer to make you understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay, if you can afford, let's go to Amazon India. Okay, if you can afford, okay, so you go here and you type Hue on tablet. Okay, my computer is a little bit slow. It's blasting at 89 degrees right now. So if you can afford a Hue on tablet which has these buttons, so this one seems to have 610 HS 610, you could go and buy that Hue on tablet for your use. So H640p has some 6 buttons. You can go and buy that. So we have other brands also. Okay, If you can afford that, you can very well buy that and make use of those buttons available for you, shortcut keys available for you, and make things happen. If you can afford a Stream Deck, okay, let's go and type Stream Deck, yeah, and let's wait for that to show up in my Amazon page. If you can afford the Stream Deck, which is like 10,000 rupees, 17,000 rupees, we have other companies which emulate Stream Deck here. If you can afford those devices, you can might as well buy that and make use of things. Okay, so in Stream Deck, we have a physical button with a display which shows that particular icon of that button, and we are trying to do it. Okay, it costs you about like from 10,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees or more for newer devices with more buttons. Okay, if you can afford that, you can might as well go and do that. But there is a small solution for us which is coming through this website. It's called TouchPortal. I'll give you the QR code for you. So this is the QR code for the TouchPortal website. You might as well scan and go and visit this website. So what this website does is it gives you a software for desktop computer, and you also need to download a software with the name TouchPortal on your phone, either iOS or Android devices. And this app on your phone and this app on your computer work together to form a Stream Deck or an automation device like a Hue on Pen tablet drivers. Okay, so they work together to make your life easier. They work together to create shortcuts for you and make your life easier. So this is what we are going to see here today. So Touch Portal did definitely change my life. Okay, but I haven't started using it efficiently in for my everyday application because I don't own the actual application, because this has a pricing for you. So Touch Portal is about like 13 to $14. In India, it would cost around like for you $1,500 or $1,600 or $1,800. Okay. If you have to use in multiple devices, you need to add $7 again. So which is about like 2,000. You need to spend around 2,000 to 2,500 Indian rupees to afford this. Touch portal devices. And if you need shortcuts for other applications, it's already available there for you. So you can download and install it on your computer, and these shortcut buttons will be available for you. Otherwise, you need to configure it on your own, and that is what I'm going to show you in this video today. Okay, so Touch Portal it is. This is the interface you will see in your phone, not the same icons that you need to configure yourself, but this is the interface you will see. Literally, this is the interface. Okay, so you need to download Touch Portal. So it is available for Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and Linux. Okay, it's available for Linux devices also. So it doesn't mean like you need to have a Linux phone or a Windows phone. Okay, so it's okay like if you have Android or iOS device and a different desktop application, but you need to stay in the same Wi-Fi connection. Okay, your Wi-Fi connection has to be in the same name. Okay, so you might have multiple routers, but stay with one particular router so that these things work like one device. Okay, so that is what we are going to cover today. Okay, let me close that website and quit Safari for now. Okay, and I'll save this video and come back. So let's open Touch Portal. So here I have installed Touch Portal. Mine is a Intel Mac, and it's a slower Mac, late 2014 Mac Mini. So I'm opening Touch Portal application for you. Let's give it some time. My computer is already doing quite a lot of work today. It's doing a screen recording, displaying webcam feed for you, and it's recording an audio simultaneously. So it's too much work for my computer. Okay. So this is the desktop application for the Touch Portal app. Okay, it has pages, values, events, flows, marketplace, guides and helps, and logs and settings. Okay. Marketplace is where you add things to your TouchPortal software. If you want shortcuts for Photoshop, you go and install this from the desktop inside the software, and it will be added to your software. Okay, if you want shortcuts for OBS, you can straight away install it from here, and all the shortcut buttons that is needed for OBS will be installed. Okay, remember it's like the buttons in my Huion tablet, but with visual representation of the icon, and just emulating what Stream Deck is done by Elgato. You know what Elgato Stream Deck does. This is doing in the software. Okay, so you can have all these things from the software also. Okay, so I'm not that much familiar with this. Okay, I know very little, and I'll show you what I know. Okay, so first we need to configure things in the desktop app. Only then we can bring in the mobile app. Okay, so mobile app will immediately capture what is there on your desktop, and it'll duplicate the things on the mobile phone. And when you press touch your mobile phone, if I assume that most of them are using a touchscreen mobile phone like Android and iOS device. So when you touch things on your mobile phone, that shortcut key will be applied on your computer. Okay, provided you guys are in the same Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so if I hover my mouse over this empty tablet area, so you could see like there is a tablet or something like that. So it's imagine this is your mobile screen. Okay, so if I hover over my mouse over there, you would find square blocks: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 square blocks. So these square blocks are like buttons. Okay, so these buttons are not have been configured yet. So you need to configure them. So this is part of the page called main page. Okay, so in this main page you will have 8 buttons, and so that you will have the same thing on your next page also. In the next page, what I want to set is like I want to set my next page as Streamlabs. So I don't have that. So I want to add my next page here. So I'm going to add page. I'm going to say like next page. I want to call it as Streamlabs. I'm going to add. Okay. So I'm going to add 2 pages right now and show you, because in free version of TouchPortal, I could add only 2 pages. If you have the unlimited version, I mean, like if you have the pro version, you could actually add more pages, as in like unlimited number of pages you can have, and you could have customize your shortcuts for all the pages. Okay, so in the main page, I'm customizing it to open few applications. So that's the button, and I have to configure. What I have to do is like, please start an application. So this is how you configure your button. You need to run an action here. So I'm going to start an application. So then the application that I need to start, I need to open. Okay, so I'm waiting to open. First thing, I'll try to open Affinity Photo. Okay, and I will save and close. I'll first apply, I'll save and close. So right now that button has an action, but it is not having a visual representation. So first I need to add a visual representation so that like it appears like it's going to open an Affinity Photo. So either you could have a button name, okay, Affinity, okay, and have that alone, but you don't seem to have the borders or anything here, so it's very empty and it's not looking good at all. Okay, so if I bring my phone, okay, so let me connect my phone to the computer now. Let's see how it works. Yeah, let me bring the phone now. Stay with me, this is going to take a little longer. It's a long format video. I go here and emulate my screen. Okay, I'm bringing my mobile phone screen here. So mobile phone screen is in landscape orientation, but It's going to open the app. You could see something called live streaming here. So I could go inside live streaming and open the TouchPortal app. So you could see there is an interface change in the desktop app, and the mobile phone screen is also changed. So you could see the button that we just created here, which is Affinity. This Affinity button doesn't have any borders or anything, and it looks like a text, just a text in this Affinity. And if I touch that button, you can see that Affinity application is opening. So that's what we added in the application actions. So what did we add in the application action? Kindly start an application. So we said that please go and start an application, which is Affinity in our case. Okay. So let me force quit that. We don't want to open it right now. So you could add many things like this. So I could go and make the button better. Okay. So I'm going to add a file. I have an icon. So I'm going to add it from that icon. So I have a PNG. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to assign this for that. Since this is more like Affinity photo icon, I'm going to remove the text. I'm going to save and close, and you can see it automatically got updated in my mobile phone. Okay, so like this I can configure many things. So if I go and hover over the next icon, next button, I can go and configure whatever I want. Let's say I want to start an application. You got to click the three dots by nearby, and the application name is Streamlabs. Streamlabs. So I'm going to say application. Why did it move from application to elsewhere? Okay. Streamlabs desktop. So I'm going to open that, and I think I might have a button elsewhere. Let's look for that. If not, I would, I think I have an icon there for Streamlabs, which is matching onto the icon that is there here. So I'm going to save and apply, and you could see that appearing on my mobile phone screen. So these things are very practical. Okay. So if I go and press that button from my mobile phone, it'll open Streamlabs. Yeah. Okay, let's not open Streamlabs. It'll actually slow down my computer right now with the recording. Okay. So like that, you need to configure. So let's go to the second page in the Streamlabs in the second page. So in the second page, you could see like when I change my page, my mobile phone responds to those changes. So I changed to main page. Mobile phone also changed to the main page. When I move to the second page, which is Streamlabs, mobile phone is also moving to this Streamlabs page. Okay. As long as you are connected to this TouchPortal app, your mobile phone screen will not actually turn off. Your screen saver or whatever will not appear. Okay, it won't. Your mobile phone screen would not go to a lock screen in 30 seconds or something, or display won't turn off. Okay, so in Streamlabs, I don't have any commands right now. I can go and add commands if need me. Okay, so right now I'm going to go and add Streamlabs. So there is no Streamlabs or what? Yeah, you need to have that application in this TouchPortal's actions. Okay, if there is no actions, I do not know how you are going to configure that. I do not know, but I'm only using the applications which is available inside the TouchPortal desktop app, so that you could avail the shortcut keys. Okay, so I could set a scene or set scene collection, or toggle between different scenes and everything. Okay, so we need to set a scene here. So I want to go to when you are setting this up, it's also advised that you can have your Streamlabs open so that TouchPortal desktop app will actually take the scenes from your Streamlabs. Okay, let's wait for Streamlabs to open. It's going to take quite a lot of time. What I'll do is I'll save this file and come back, and Streamlab is open and ready for you. Okay, bye. It is actually emulating my mobile phone screen, and a lot of things are happening right now. Okay, so you need to have the Streamlabs software open, and you should have all the scenes already created inside the Streamlabs software. Okay, so only then you need to go to your desktop TouchPortal app, and you can set your scene. Okay, so let me go to uh, cancel this and do this again. Okay, I have to go and again search for Streamlabs. Okay, I'm going to go and set a scene. Since the application is open, the communication between the TouchPortal desktop app and the Streamlabs software has already been established. So it has got the number of scenes that was already created in the Streamlabs software. You can see I have 4 scenes created. So it when I go and see like set the scene that I want to go, it already shows 4 scenes. So I'm going to choose scene 1 and I'm going to say apply and I'm going to call it scene 1. Okay, this time we'll create a different button. Okay, so we have last time we had only the text and it was not looking good in my phone. Okay, so when I say apply, the text should apply on my mobile screen right now, or save and close, it might appear on my mobile phone screen. Okay, so it's appearing now. It actually appeared on my mobile phone. My computer has to emulate the mobile phone screen, so it's going to take some time before it shows. Okay, so it actually appeared. Scene 1 appeared in my mobile phone screen. Okay, so let's do a different thing for the scene here button here. Okay, instead of applying like the icon that I have, let's go and make the background visible. Okay, the background seems to be good. Okay, and I would like to change the color of the background. Okay, probably would like to begin the color with blue and ended with the color white. Okay, I want this to be my scene. I'll save the scene. Okay, it has to appear on my screen copy software, but it did not. Let's load screen copy again. It should show my screen. So now you can see that it's reflecting what is there on my computer screen. Okay, my screen copy software, I mean like mobile phone screen, is emulating what is there on the scene. Okay, so if I am on scene 2 on Streamlabs, and if I'm going to press scene 1 from my mobile phone, okay, Streamlabs should shift from scene 2 to scene 1. Okay, let's press scene 1. So you can see that scene 1 has been updated on the Streamlabs software. Like this, I'm going to go and create one more scene here. Let's go to Streamlabs in the action. Okay, I'm going to set the scene. Okay, and I would call it scene 2. And I'll set the background visible. I'll choose a different color right now. I'll choose this green and white. Okay, green and white. I'll save and close. And if I go and look at to emulate the mobile phone screen right now. So let's configure for all the scenes. Okay, let's go to Streamlabs, labs, set scene. I want scene 3 for the third button. Okay, I'll call it scene 03. Imagine or understand You can only do this for the things that is already been created inside your Streamlabs software. Okay, you cannot go and create a scene here and expect that action to be executed in your software unless you don't have that scene in the Streamlabs software. It won't. You won't be able to control it with this. TouchPortal software. Okay, I'll make it like another blue. Let's have it blue. No. What's wrong with that? You could choose whatever color you want. Okay, I'm going to save and close. Okay, and then I'm going to go and click the fourth button and do the same. Forgive me, I'm showing you the very basics of the basics here because it's only the shortcoming of my computer. I could have done this video much later, as in like when I buy a new computer, I could make this video for you again. Okay, for now, I'm just creating this for you to understand like there is something available like this and it'll be useful for you. So I'm bringing it to the notification of my audience so that like they can make benefit from what is already available, a tool already available for you like this. Okay, so I've created everything and all the scenes are appearing on my mobile phone screen, but my computer has to emulate my mobile phone screen, right? Let's close you on tablet right now. Let's go and emulate my mobile phone screen again. You will be seeing all the 4 buttons. So these are the buttons I created on TouchPortal app, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Okay, these are the buttons that are available on my mobile phone screen right now. So I can minimize the TouchPortal desktop app and I could have only the Streamlabs app. Okay, so now my mobile phone will act like a remote and scenes on my Streamlabs scenes will change. Okay, so imagine I'm pressing, let me make this smaller. So when I press scene 2, scene 2 will change in Streamlabs software. If I press scene 3, scene 3 will change in Streamlabs software. If I press scene 4, scene 4 will change in Streamlabs software. If I press scene 1, so let me do that from my screen copy software itself. It'll work. It's like I'm operating my mobile phone now. So if I press scene 1, it goes to scene 1. If I press scene 2, it goes to scene 2. Goes to scene 3, it goes to scene 4. Okay. In this way, let's go to scene 4. Yeah, it went to scene 4. So in this way, when you're live streaming and when you don't have 2 computer monitors and you want to control the scenes, you could do this with TouchPortal app. This will be very much useful for people who let me close Streamlabs right now. My computer is having a hard time. Okay, so when you're using a software like TouchPortal app like this, it'll be very much useful for you when you have only one screen in your computer. Okay, so when you have only one screen and you don't have multiple screens, wherein like when you have 2 screens, you could have all the apps, chat window, or your streaming app like Streamlabs, everything on one monitor, and you could stream the other monitor to the people or your audience and teach whatever tutorial that you want to create. But when you have only one monitor, but you want to change different shots, I mean like different scenes, this TouchPortal app will be very useful for you. So that is the idea behind this also. You need automation. You need to make things work fast by giving several key presses, and you also want to have this happen. Okay, so that is why this app has been created, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I'll close this right now. I'm done with explaining you about TouchPortal app. I want you to explore this TouchPortal app and I want you to benefit from this. Okay, TouchPortal app, and tell me like how good it is for you and for your use. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to remove my phone from computer so that like computer is not overloading. Okay, so if you ask me, is it possible to give shortcut keys to the same software which is Streamlabs, using only a keyboard? Yes, you can have keyboard shortcut keys as well. But the entire point is to do many things by the press of a single button. Okay. So let's wait for Streamlabs to load. Okay. And okay, Streamlabs is up and running. I go to say Streamlabs preferences. Here you have hotkeys, and I have already configured that. If I have to start streaming, I have to press command 1, command or control 1. If I have to stop streaming, I have to press command 2 or control 2. And if I have to go for scene 1, I have a shortcut assigned for this. If I have to go for scene 2, I have assigned a shortcut for this. You know, to add sources like mics and everything, I have a shortcut for this. So I want you to go and learn the software Streamlabs on your own. I want you to go and learn this desktop application TouchPortal on your own. Okay. Don't be dependent on me only to spoon feed you everything. But I'm just giving you an idea about the existence of certain apps so that like it'll make your life easier. That's the idea. It has made my life easier, so that's why I'm expecting you to have the same. Though TouchPortal app is giving me only 8 buttons, and you know, like I'll show you something. Okay, let me go and quit TouchPortal app and wait for that to close completely. It's not closed. Wait. Let me open that again. I want to show you one more thing. That's why. It's loading and it's going to open. Let's give some second. So TouchPortal app is open now, right? So you can only use 7 buttons out of 8 buttons that is available per page on this TouchPortal app. That is one downside of this app, because out of 7 buttons you need to have 1 button for next page. Okay, so I have to go here, select this button. Oh, rainbow wheel. So I have to wait for this and call this as next page. Okay, or I have to call it as an event or what? On pressed, you have not yet added any actions. Start application, run, open, run Apple script, go to page. Yeah, navigation. So I have to go and say like go to page. I have to select the pages available on TouchPortal. Streamlabs, that is the page I want this to go. I have to say next page. And I'm going to give some dots, icons, and greater than arrow as next page. And I'm going to give a background to be displayed there. Okay, and I'm going to save and close. So now I have the button called next page. Okay, and if I press that button, it will go to the next page, which is the Streamlabs. Okay, so let me show that to you again. And in the second page, okay, you can only access 6 buttons in the TouchPortal app, because unfortunately you need to go back to the previous page, right? So there will be 2 buttons that needs to be configured like this. So I'm going to press this app and go navigate to page 1 main page. I'll configure this to next page. Okay, I'll add 1 page about. Wait, let me cancel this. I'll add 1 more page and I will call it DaVinci Resolve, just for now to understand. And what I'll do is like I'll go to the main page here, but I'll go to page of Streamlabs and click that button. I'm going to go for the navigation and select DaVinci Resolve page, and let's add a background. And let's add a text, next page, and I'll do the same graphic. Okay, and save and close. For this here, I'm going to add one more button. Okay, go to the page. I'm going to call it to main page, and I'm going to call this, previous page, and add the same graphic, like lot of hyphens and lot of hyphens and a less than symbol, and I want this to show the background. Okay, save and close. Let me now connect my mobile phone. Okay, and open TouchPortal app on my mobile phone. Okay, my TouchPortal app is open on my mobile phone. Let me bring my mobile phone to the computer screen. Okay, so now you have the first page. Okay, so let's watch the desktop app. Why the desktop app got minimized? I didn't do that. Where is the desktop app? We need the desktop app for this. Why desktop app got minimized? I have no clue. Okay, let me quit. So many hiccups. Okay, my phone is trying to connect to this IP. TouchPortal app is still. Hold on. Okay, so I'll go and restart the screen copy software. So we have the same page on our phone and on our TouchPortal app, right? Okay, so here as a eighth button we have next page. So if I click next page, you can see it goes to the next page, and in the next page we have controls for Streamlabs software. If I press previous page here and the button, okay, and it goes to the previous page where we have buttons to open applications. Okay, next page. And if we go to next page, it's DaVinci Resolve page where we have not configured any buttons there. And we don't have any buttons to set to go to previous page. So that we need to configure here. So I go to DaVinci Resolve page and press one of the buttons. Wait for the software to load, and you have to create the action for navigation. And I have to set to go to the page Streamlabs. And I'm going to make this button up here, and I'm going to say previous page. I'll just say that. No arrow marks this time. Okay, and wait for that. So let's go to the previous page and wait for that to come. My screen copy software is not updating. Okay, let me go and load that again. We are in the first page now. Okay. If I press next page, it goes to the Streamlabs software. If I press next page, it goes to the DaVinci Resolve software. If I press previous page, it goes to the Streamlabs software. Press previous page, it goes to the main page where we have the applications to be opened. So this is how you configure TouchPortal application. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, there are so many actions that you can perform here. So many things you could configure for this app and make it function like as you want, and you can make your life more easier. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea of a button like this, a device, a tool like this, which will make your life easier. Okay, so if you have a faster computer, this will make your life more easier. And if you don't have a tablet which has more buttons like me, this TouchPortal app will be very much useful for you. And even in a live streaming situation, even when you have a tablet like this, and even when you don't have two computer monitors, you want to automate things, this TouchPortal app will be useful for you. Okay, so when you need to use this, you don't have to have the desktop application visible on the computer. You can minimize that and have the necessary apps, and you can operate things from your mobile phone. Okay, you don't have to separate things from elsewhere. Okay, that's the idea. Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Thanks for putting up with me. I'm Krishnan Srinivasan, a fine art photographer, a long distance skater. Thank you. Alien Kitcher, Alien K signing off. Bye.